Today I'm doing a video of working with Chick and working with a tarp. I decided to do a voiceover just because I didn't really talk at all during this and I thought it was kind of boring just to watch it. So anyway, I did a really quick saddle up. I just cut the video all up and just made it nice, short, and sweet. So right now I'm just working on tacking him up. I shouldn't have even bothered with the breast collar, like it was too big for him. I don't have a whole lot of really little ones, and problem is I have a lot of little horses right now. Working with young horses, they all have more narrow chests, at least the ones I'm working with. Yeah. So anyway, as you can see, Chick walks over tarps. He doesn't have a problem with tarps. And even when I drag it here, he's a little bit, he's watching it, but he's not like worried. I was watching some other people do horses with tarps recently, and I thought it was really funny because most of them were just like freaking out, flying backwards, flailing around. And I come and do this with Chick, and he's just kind of like, yeah, whatever, it's okay. But he's such a good boy. Now you can see he does look at it. And their neighbor drove by on a 4-wheeler. But we just ignored them. So anyway, I wasn't sure how quickly to progress with this because he wasn't really seeming worried, but I knew he had never had this before. I have walked him over the tarps before, but I've never picked one up and moved it around. This was the first time. So the tarp was actually tied over there, so I just untied it, brought it out so that I could move it around. And as you can see, I drag it here beside me and beside him, and he just kind of walks along with us. So it really wasn't a big deal. It was amazing. I was not expecting it. And yeah, I looked at the breast collar and I was like, this is just stupid. I'm just gonna take it off. So that's what I did. Note to self, buy smaller breast collars. So anyway, we resume with the tarp again. And as you can see, I'm not very worried because I don't even hold on to him in the beginning. Or there. And I still didn't know how far to go, so I ended up just looping it over his neck just a little bit and holding it there. As it was happening, I kept having in the back of my mind, if he jumps, you don't want to be there and have him jump on top of you. So I actually decided to just step up on the bridge here. It made me feel a little safer in case anything happened. But yeah, it was fine. He's such a sweet boy. And that was my happy face because I was not expecting this. So again, I put it on him. He just stands there. And I pull it off. He just stands there. And I put it back on. And he just stands there. So then I just decided to bring him around to this side because I wasn't sure how much the camera was actually getting from this angle. And just decided to try it from this side. There, he's like, let me look at it, let me look at it. So I did. Then I think here I was trying to decide whether I actually wanted to take it up over his head or over his back, and I went for over the back because I don't think it would have worked the greatest just to go straight up over his head. Don't try that. Yeah, Chick wasn't sure really what to do with it all, but he was just cool with it. He was great. And yeah, again, Chick is a 3-year-old quarter horse gelding that has not had anything before coming to me. So I've been working. This is probably getting close to 30 days with him. And there, over his head, he backed out of it like he was a little worried being in the dark, not sure what was over his head. But literally, having a crackly tarp like that over his head, I don't know that I've ever done that with any of my regular horses. So this is really impressive. I can't get over saying that. He's just impressive. And here again, I go to drag it up over his head. And at first he wanted to walk forward, and then he tries to pull out of it. But, I mean, just the whole thing, he's like, oh yeah, it's okay, I'm all right. So then I went ahead and just asked him up onto the bridge. He's always a little bit hesitant to get up on the bridge, but he did good there. And then I was like, I wonder if I can just turn you and get you to stay up there. And he did. This is the scary part, though. The teeter part actually worries him. Not like freak out worry, because he doesn't jump off of it normally, but it does worry him. But look at that, he like stepped off, and then he's like, okay, I'll step back up. Yeah, he's such a good boy. And that started worrying him when it was going up and down. But all's good. So then I decided just to go ahead and put the tarp on him up there, which it's really no different than being on the ground, except for that this thing may move around. So in theory, he should be fine with it. And look at that, he is. I have to give it to that guy. Not much works him up. I mean, he can get a little unsettled, but he never really just gets scared. And he just thinks about it and deals with it. It's like I could take 10 more like him. He was so easy to start and train. Yeah, he's just a blessing as a horse to have to work through. I feel like I'm really not much of a trainer for him, because I feel like he's just learned it all himself or just dealt with it. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.